Hello folks, hey folks, hello folks. It is the Nutty Knife Guy. I am back. The family member that we were taking care of in the house here has passed. She is now beyond pain, and life is returning to normal. The situation with my brother and his medical problems is ongoing. I will link the video explaining his medical problems, and I'll put a link to the Patreon, no, excuse me, the GoFundMe for that. Trying to get him some testing that needs to be done. In the description of this video, I'm not going to go into it, and I'm not going to go into it now. But we're not quite to our goal yet, and to those of you who have helped, and some of you have, brothers and sisters of the Blade, I thank you so much. If anybody that has not helped can help, anything you contribute is greatly appreciated. Okay, enough of that. Today, I am bringing you the Smith & Wesson Officer, and I will put the exact numerical model number in the description if I remember to. But it's called the Officer. I did a first impressions video of this already, but I'm going to do a full video, including the war post. We have weather. I have time. I have time and weather. We can go to the war post. I am quite pleased with this knife. Haven't posted it yet. Haven't put it to the post. But so far I am quite pleased. We're going to go into the sheath really quick. The sheath is actually quite nice. It did have a clip on it, which I removed. It was probably perfectly alright for a MOLLE vest or something like that, but it was too narrow for any of the belts I had. I have never had any success with a clip keeping it in a boot or in a pocket. So, as you can see, zip ties are your friend. I have it scout carry. I carry it on my left side for a right-hand cross draw. But it has a good retention. No rattle whatsoever. It gets a nice Kydex click. And it does have a gimp thing here for a thumb if you want to take it out that way, but it takes some pressure. It's not going to come out on you by accident, but you do not have to use the thumb. So that's the sheath. I really like this blade. The contouring on here, I will say it, it's perfect. For my hand, it's great. My thumb goes right into the little well here. It's got some nice jimping in both the Tang and the G10. You can also see that is a thick piece of steel. This is, what is it, 8CR13 MOV. I'll verify that, and I'll tell you about it in the wrap up. But the thickness of this blade, this is a stout blade. It's got some nice steel bolsters at the end, probably to reinforce this glass breaker. As I said in my first impressions, I'm not crazy about glass breakers. I may take this one off, but I have found that I can cap the knife behind the icebreaker on this, and it's quite secure since I've been playing with it, so I might just leave it because from glass breakers, if you have to, pop this on the radial nerve and you might be able to get somebody to let go of an implement of destruction without doing them real harm, which is a nice capability to have. This came very sharp. I don't have a whole lot of arm hair because I got a lot of new knives in lately, but we'll see if it'll shave off arm hair, and then I'll see if you'll be able to see it. But I'm not sure that I have enough arm hair for this. Oh yeah, I did. I don't know if you can see that on there or not, but it does have hair. That's the sheath hitting the floor. I will pick that up later. Nice thick G10. Very attractive blue trim on it to go with your standard blue police officer uniform. And this is designed as a duty knife. It's an officer. And for a duty knife, I can't think of anything wrong with it as a duty knife. except for possibly, I'm not a fan of serrations. I'm glad this doesn't have serrations, but some guys might want at least partially serrated to go through seat belts and everything if you have to deal with an accident. Now, from my experience in law enforcement and armed security, a duty knife is like 10-15% fighting knife and the rest a utility knife. It has to be a jack of all trades. And this one is. This one, if you keep it sharp, it'll go through seat belts like no problem. And of course, that's if you keep it sharp. Now, I understand that there are a lot of people out there that don't want to deal with sharpening knives. They either don't know how or they just don't want to. And I know people that carry really cheap knives just because when they get dull, they pitch them and go buy another one. I know people that go through gas station knives like once a month because of that. This is no gas station knife. This actually retails at about 50 bucks on the Smith & Wesson website. I paid, I think, 24, but less than 30 on Amazon. And it's just very well constructed, great handling capabilities. And as I said, you can cap the knife behind it and still get a good grip and reverse grip. But a utility knife, but a duty knife has to be a little bit everything. It's kind of like what I call a combat knife, something that a soldier or a Marine would carry that has to be able to do a bit of everything, but it needs to be a little bit on the fighting, have quite a bit of fighting capability. And I said maybe 20% before. Maybe I would even say 40 to 50% needs to be a fighting knife for a duty knife or a combat knife. Now, combat knives can be bigger. They're carried openly. They don't have to, not to stand out with a uniform. But in most cases, and I'm talking about a duty knife here because this is what this is called, an officer. This is meant to be a duty knife. And a duty knife is usually for uniform patrol of a police officer. This is a knife he carries, and the biggest thing that he's going to be using this for, I would dare say most officers now, if their department lets them carry a knife, there are actually police departments out there that won't let their officers carry a knife, not even a folder. You're going to carry this weak side. They're going to carry this weak side, and if they get into an altercation where somebody is trying to disarm them, take their firearm away, they're going to be using this to slash that away and get off them. I talked about this when I did my review of the Ka-Bar TDI. And that's what their duty knife is also going to be for. Now, some departments will only let them carry folders, and they have length requirement on their blades and everything like that. It's idiotic, but it's out there. I am sad to say. But if you can carry a fixed blade, I think this is just about the right size. It is big enough that if you have to fight with it and you have to get somebody, you have to put somebody down with it, or you're fighting a lizardman zombie ninja, officers beware the lizardman zombie ninja. They are in league with the normal criminals. You know this, right? It is long enough to get in and disrupt vital organs, but it is not big, and it's not so long that it's going to get in the way. It's just a nice handy size. The contouring, it's got a nice palm swell here, if you can call a palm swell on the spine. It just fits the hand perfectly. It's got a little bit of almost like file work here. It gives you just the right amount of purchase for the grip. It's got jimping here. It's got jimping here. And I'm assuming that this jimping is for getting in and digging into this. This thing gets in your hand. It is a nice, solid grip. Enough of a guard, and the grip is solid. It's not going to slide up in your hand. I can't sing the praises of this, enough the praises of this knife so far. Now, if it fails the war post, I am going to be so sad, but I really don't think it will. This is really well constructed. And as I said, this is running, I think, for like $50, if I remember right, on the Smith & Wesson website. And even if I paid $50, I would still be happy with it. For what I paid for it, which I think was in the neighborhood of $23 or $24, call it $25, I am ecstatic. It is just really, really nice. It has a lanyard hole. I don't know why you would want a lanyard on a knife like this, but somebody might. Just a great little knife. As I said, if there's something wrong with it, we're going to find out, because we're going to go out to the War Post here in a minute. But this is a duty knife. Now most departments, if they don't issue duty knives, officers buy them themselves. Sometimes they have a clothing allowance to buy it. But if you can get your department to pay for it, I mean, if you get them off Amazon, they're so inexpensive. And if you're a police officer or armed security or something like that, and you don't carry a knife, why not? Especially when you can get one this good, this cheap. Now again, we're going to go out to the War Post. Maybe it'll break. I don't think so. Maybe it will. If it does, then we'll take back everything I just said. But anyway, that's about the knife. Now just some quick stuff about the channel. I am now at 352 subscribers, unless the almighty YouTube algorithm takes them away. It's been kind of doing that. I'll have 1 or 2 subscribers, and then I won't have them, and then I'll have them again. So 400 is around the corner, and 500 is just up the street. At 400, I'm going to do another giveaway. I wasn't going to, but I've been having luck with having a giveaway at every 100 subscribers. So, you know, kind of spread the word, people out there, you know. Let people know that the Nutty Knife Guy is expanding and will soon be doing a giveaway. I already have selected a knife that I will be giving away. I already have it, as a matter of fact. Now, full disclosure, I ordered one of these knives for myself. They sent me 2 in the order. So I'm going to give that one away, but it's an excellent knife. I'm going to tell you about it in the wrap-up and show it to you. So there's that. I am hoping to get back on a regular schedule and start uploading every weekend, usually on a Sunday. We're supposed to get bad weather again tomorrow, so I'm doing it on a Saturday now. We'll see. Also, this is the first time with this new camera that I'm going to be taking it outside. I got this new camera, then life got turned upside down with everything that was going on. So let me know how the camera is working. Again, let me know how it sounds. Let me know how I look. Let me know how it does outside. And with that, to the War Post, Robin. To the War Post. Oh, look, I've gone high tech. My new camera actually has a remote control. Isn't it wonderful? Okay, let's do now. I had to redo this. I thought I was filming and I wasn't. So this is actually the second time I've been doing this with the drop test. And you're going to see 2 different bottles getting cut up by the time this gets all edited out. Because somehow or other I didn't have the camera on right. So, full disclosure. Okay, here comes the Donnie B All Day 4-foot drop test. Okay, this is a kind of a top-heavy knife. But it's a very thick knife. There, that's a little better. And it's very thick, so it's not getting as much bite as some of them do. Like that, I got a little bite. And one more. Yeah. Also, this thing has got a lot of gouges in it because I've been using it a lot for this test. That's not too bad. We'll do a couple of hard throws. Now that one in there deep. One more. Now I've already, when I was put there, I even wiggled it from side to side, getting it out of there, and we're not getting any bend. Now it's already been out. I have already posted it, and it wasn't filming. We're going to go out and do it again. but it held up well. I just want to show you and not tell you. I'll have to splice this back together here in a minute. Okay, as I said, this is the second time around for this test. I'm going to show you. So the last part of this video, you're going to be seeing some redundant stuff. But I wanted to bring my return to the war post and make sure it was complete. So let's cut up another bottle here. Okay, the first test was much more successful. Let's try this again. Okay, that was just my bad edge alignment the first time. You can see I sliced her open good there. Okay, that went almost straight through it on that thrust. And straight out of it again. See if we can get one more slash in. Wasn't much water in to hold it, but I did get through on that. I'll show you a close-up of that. Now you'll see a close-up of the first one too, which I didn't screw up that first edge alignment. Now let's do the war post. I gotta say, you don't feel any shock, or almost no shock with this, except a little bit in your thumb, and you're gonna have to feel some shock, I imagine. Okay. This thing feels really good when you're moving with it. Alright, let's see some good hard wax. Now, you will see where I did do some sharpening and carving with this. So you can use it as a camp knife, although that's not really what it's for. I guess you could call it a tactical knife, but they call it the officer for a reason. It's made to be a duty knife, which I suppose is a tactical knife. Okay, hard wax. And thrust. And my post is starting to come down. Time to repair it. I got to replace this. This is turning into a toothpick. Okay. I better be recording this time. I'm going to be upset. Okay. No edge roll. No point damage. Now go downstairs for the final thoughts. It's going to be a bit of a jump there. I had to turn it off for a second. Boy, this thing handles well, and there's no shock. You do not feel the shock. Okay, some really hard slashes. You get really hard, you feel it a little bit in the thumb, but not bad in the blade, and the handle goes nowhere. Okay. Thrusts are going to be a little harder. Now on the thrust, you get a little bit of slippage, but this is pressure treated wood. Okay. No edge roll. No tip damage. Let's see how she shaves. Now I don't have a lot of wood available right now. We've used this before, but it'll give us a general idea. This has a very slight recurve on it, and as you can see, you can get some pretty nice curls out of this. So you could probably use this as like a trail knife, even though that's not what it's made for. I think it would work just fine for that. I think we can try a bit of a vampire turn here. Maybe not get it all the way sharp, but again, get a decent idea of it. Okay, we got that pretty sharp. Still no edge roll. Just for a second, I'm going to go back to the bottle and hold it and see how well it goes through the bottle after all of that. You can see that sailed through pretty easy, even after all of that carving. This bottle is pretty thoroughly carved up. I am very pleased. Final thoughts downstairs. Okay, again I apologize, there's going to be kind of weird editing and it might get a little confusing. I thought I was filming at one point and I wasn't. And then the camera shut off because of inactivity. And then I turned it back on and I filmed a little bit more, and I'm going to show you that footage on top of the normal footage when I went back out and did everything again. So sorry about that. But evidently I did not hit this button hard enough when I went to record the first time. But that's not the point. The point is, this is a good knife. It is still quite sharp. I don't think it lost any of an edge doing that, even with the carving, which I'm pretty sure that you will see where I carved up some and did a little feather sticking and did some did some sharpening. Could this be a good thing to be on your belt if you're just like on a day hike or a camping trip? Yeah, I mean, it's really made for police duty knife or a tactical knife, which, you know, I really got to do is sit down there and take the Nutty Knife and write down the Nutty Knife Guy's classification of knives. It could be groundbreaking. But this thing came off really well. When you're moving with it, especially now, you saw I like to move around back and forth and side to side like I am in a violent encounter with a knife. Now sometimes to test the knife I do stand square and I don't move so I can get a good solid whack in. But this is one of those knives when it feels even better. It feels good at first, and then when you start moving with it, it feels even better. I have nothing bad to say about this knife, really. The sheath is adequate. I wish that they would have, if they're going to have a clip, they would have a clip that would actually work on a belt and work on a boot, and not just on molly gear. But, I mean, I made it work. With some zip ties or some paracord, and you can do whatever you want with it. I mean, the blade isn't even scratched after all of that. Very impressed. Yeah, it's made in China, and it's, you know, it's a Taylor brand, branded Smith & Wesson and all that. But you can rely on this knife, and that's what it comes down to. And it's also very attractive. You can cap it if necessary. So it's a good thing. Now, you didn't see me slice up the first bottle, but you will see a close-up of that bottle. That first whack on the second bottle that you saw was my screwing up edge alignment, which can happen. What happened is that I didn't have it at the right angle, so the blade didn't bite. I had it like this. I had it straight, so the blade just kind of slid off the end instead of like the roughly 45-degree angle, so the blade will go through. That's where getting out to the war post or whatever and slicing some targets, that's where the value of actually cutting things with a knife works if you're into personal protection with a knife. That's where the practice comes in. And of course, I haven't been out there because of the weather and everything else, for almost 2 months. So maybe even longer than that. But that's where the practice comes in. But that was not the knife. Now the first, I wish you could have seen the first one because this thing sailed through no problem and because I didn't screw up. Now, this is the second bottle which you saw me cut. And let's see, let me find it here. This scratch going this way is the one that I missed on, and that's still a pretty deep gouge, but that's where I screwed up my edge alignment. Well, wait a second. No, well, anyway. And then you've got on this side where it sailed through cleanly. And then the puncture. So, like I said, it was my lack of skill that was the problem with this. You will see a close-up of the other one where I didn't screw up. You will see it carved. So, a general utility knife, an EDC utility knife, yeah, better, but as I said, this is designed as a duty knife, and it would perform very well with for that. So I'd have to give this, if I gave star ratings, I would give this 5 out of 5. I don't have anything bad to say about it. Everything is still absolutely tight. Feels great. There you go. Now, I mentioned that I'm going to do a giveaway, and thinking about it, I will be giving away this knife. Because I ordered one of these, and I hope you didn't hear that, because I'm not going to edit it out. I already had to go do something over again. I can't remember. This is the Smith & Wesson 24/7 Tanto. I was going to say I couldn't remember the model number, but it's printed on here. This is another really excellent Smith & Wesson knife. Tactical knife. This could also be a nice duty knife, but I kind of like that one better. I didn't know I was going to give this one away. I just thought, ooh, they sent me two. Cool. But this would be, since I already have one, this would be a cool to give away. I don't think I have the original box though. So what I'm going to do, I will be giving this one away, but I will probably find something else to give away when I hit 400 subscribers, and I'm at 452 as of the filming of this. Which means now, so something in the comments: do I give 2 knives away to one lucky viewer that enters the contest, or do I give 1 knife to 2 different viewers that win the contest? I'm not gonna. I don't have any criteria for the contest out. And when I get to 400, then I'll figure out all the whys and wherefores. But 400 is coming, At 500, I really want to give away something really cool. I might even have something custom made for that. But until then, this is what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Again, I apologize for the faux pas on the footage, on the filming. That's my bad. I guess I just didn't hit the remote button hard enough. Hopefully I won't ever repeat that mistake. And with that, I leave you with my usual admonishment to draw your knives only in just purpose. Sheathe them only with honor, and to remember that without knives, life would be dull and pointless. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment if you have a mind to. That helps me out a lot. It feeds the YouTube algorithm. All hail the algorithm. And I bid you goodbye. But you know what? I'm not sure I got my admonishment right the first time, because I'm scatterbrained today. Obviously. Well, not just today. Just more so today than other days. I'm going to leave you with a second admonishment, just in case. Draw your knives only in just purpose. Sheathe them with only honor. Sheathe them. Draw your knives only in just purpose. Sheathe them only with honor. And remember that without knives, life would be dull and pointless. And with that, I bid you goodbye.